The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
29-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
He's got Adams on the hookup. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say, on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. On first down, Robinson. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
To throw, Mayfield sets up the screen to Robinson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Robinson. That's good. We're on Jaguars.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And now the throw taken in by Chark. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Robinson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Robinson, the ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
18-yard line. A gain of 4.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Slant to Adams. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation, because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Throwing, Mayfield. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. This from 42 yards out. And his kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First down.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
8 yards on the pick.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Second and
now a handoff looking right. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
4. And it's 3rd down.
And that will be incomplete.
Forced to the ground and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I'm talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They begin the drive with Robinson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28-yard line.
Gets a pickup of 3.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and
on 3rd down, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Ball carrier.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
2nd down and goal. Mayfield. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 4 yards out. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it is up.
It is good.
And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Diablos 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Mexico City.
Right back to him on 1st down. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down, Diablo.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Contact. He was covered by C.J. Henderson.
2 seconds to go, 1st quarter. And On 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports.
Jaguars 10, Diablos 3.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and
from the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Complete to number 22. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 16-yard line.
This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in...
And it's caught. Touchdown. From a yard out. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive, 12 plays in length. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there. 1st down. Mayfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At
Mayfield off the play fake. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Mayfield with it once more. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
A second down throw for Mayfield. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down and 9.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. On the run, it's Robinson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
The ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second down, it's Robinson. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column. As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 25 yards out. And his kick here is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead.
13. Diablos 10.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Their own 26-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
16 yards, a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. And that'll set him back 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Now they try the right side here. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
The running back.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown.
Mexico City.
A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys are going to retake the lead.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Now the try here for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays.
17. Jaguars 13.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now Mayfield. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
A big loss on
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of the season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the 2nd quarter. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
And a Mexico City 1st down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Out of the gun now on third down. And the pressure gets to him again. Josh Allen providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And they'll send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, and it's the Black Knights who have the lead. The Black Knights looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. The Panthers trying to hold on and claim victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Complete to number 47. A gain of...
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And to give this time to the tailback. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man on the out route. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Complete to number 47. A 5-yard.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
A 4-yard pickup on the play.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Powering forward. This will be caught at about the 5. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And it's caught. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays.
24. Jaguars 13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Heading back out, Baker Mayfield, as we call up our player spotlight. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Taking it about the 36. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That goes for a gain of 31. A little bit of a breakdown there defensively, and the RPO turns into a big chunk play.
And when you think about running offense, the word comes to mind, assignment, right? Because you have to carry those out. But you have to play assignment football on defense, too, against a team that runs these RPOs because everyone has to be in the right place. Who's got the quarterback? Who's got the running back? Who's covering the receivers? This will work quite well on that play.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. The decision that time was to keep it, and not a great one. Once he got out right with the football, there was just nowhere to go.
And I felt bad for his offensive line there because their job is to create creases, right? Create openings. But if those defenders keep their shoulders square to the line of scrimmage and refuse to be budged, that's the end result. No place for him to turn upfield. No chance to gain any yardage.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Mexico City.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. A try here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
Outlaws 31, Jaguars 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1-yard line.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, it's Robinson. And he is going to have a Jags first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run. Robinson. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll run here with Robinson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
The ball carrier.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
2 yards.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
18-yard.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll give it here to his running back. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Myles Jack.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And on now is the punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. "51 yards on the punt there. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams.
Mayfield's pass.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win? A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Mullins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, we could talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first, it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers.
Now Mayfield lost the football.
Baker Mayfield sacked. A fumble.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And this one is right through. And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
The score, Diablos 31, Jaguars 16.
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
At their own 24-yard line.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd and 3. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? At this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Going to give this time to the tailback. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game.
Jaguars 16.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. and that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big. You'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can...
And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Jaguars. Devontae Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 33. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
1st down, Diablos.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going for it all. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This from 42 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And that will get the lead up to 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
7-yard line.
Mayfield and the offense now. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:40 remaining. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. On 1st and 10, Mayfield firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards on the play. First down. Connection made with Shenault. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. And he was looking for James Robinson out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Mayfield with it once more. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And oh my goodness, what a catch at the 6. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Mayfield looks to throw. Now Mayfield lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Taken down. Right.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And even playing on the road, the class of this ball club just too much to overcome.
Yeah, deep down, I think even the fans knew how this one was going to turn out. All right, they just came to support their team, hope they'd see some good football, and they did. But they didn't really expect their team to win. In fact, they probably came in and said, let's win the tailgate. Because that's where we have the advantage, and I bet they did that.
So for our visitors, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.